Those are some images from a recent roll of black and white that I shot. And, I've been a photographer professionally for a handful of years now. And then more seriously, a film photographer, I would say for the past couple of years. But in those 2 years of shooting film, I have rarely shot black and white. And honestly, if I'm just being completely honest, one of my thoughts has been, what's the point of shooting black and white when I know that when I take a color image, I can always just convert it to black and white? And I think that, that perspective is, I wouldn't say it's like completely unwarranted. I think there's some truth to that. Really, with what I'm learning about black and white is it almost forces you to look at the world differently, your subjects differently as you photograph. Again, I have not shot very much black and white. My experience with shooting black and white film has really only been to test when I get a camera that's new to me to make sure that it operates and functions properly. And so whenever I get a camera that's new to me, I always shoot usually a roll of HP5 through it just to, again, make sure that everything's working. But beyond that, I have not really shot a lot of black and white in the 2 years that I've been shooting film. And that's not to say that I don't have experience with black and white photos. Actually, a lot of my digital work, especially for whether it's portrait work or for my wedding clients, I do convert a large batch of images to black and white. And a lot of my intention with black and white images has always been to convey another layer of emotions. But beyond that, I have not had a lot of intention behind converting black and white images from digital color. And so this year, as I thought more about some of my goals that I want to work on, some of the skill sets I want to improve on, especially within film photography, one of those areas has been really becoming more familiar with the medium of black and white film. A large inspiration has been Taylor. She runs the YouTube channel Grain Check, incredible photographer, but she began a series deciding to shoot all of her personal work on film this year on black and white for an entire year, only on black and white. And so looking at her images was really inspirational and frankly a large motivation to even make this video. That's one of the things I wanted to shoot black and white. A couple months ago, I put a roll of T-Max into one of my point and shoot cameras, and there's some images from some of my travels along with some images from just stuff happening in my personal life at home with my family. I did realize, and I learned after I finished that roll and developed and scanned it, when I looked at the images, I realized that I do rely a lot on color as a photographer. And without the color, that I still have a lot of room to improve with my images. I think that in all of my work, I'm always not only looking at subject or subject matter, but I'm always focusing on composition, on lighting. And I realized that when I took the color out, that there's a lot of room to grow in my photography work. At this point, you've seen me share some of the images from that roll. That's a challenge for me this year. I want to shoot more black and white. I want to improve as a film photographer. And yeah, hopefully I'll share more images and work from this year as I continue on this journey of, I think, just really improving as a photographer. Yeah, I appreciate your time. Appreciate you guys watching, your support, and I'll see you in the next one.